What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Only Pickleball Podcast.
OPP.
And yeah, you know me. I'm your host, LT. And with me today, as always, is my lovely co-host, Nicole and Divine. How you doing today, Nicole?
Good.
Good.
I'm excited about episode 2.
Episode 2. Can you believe we made it here?
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, we had, we're first time film producers.
Yeah.
We're first time
editors.
We're first time content creators.
Yes.
Aside from Instagram
Yeah.
videos and stuff. So, we're still trying to figure out lighting, sound, and things like that. So, we're hoping that each week we can make vast improvements to the podcast for you guys. That way you can stick around and grow with us, if you will.
Get better and better each week.
Better and better each week. So what do you got for us today, Nicole?
Well, I think we'll start with our weekends in pickleball.
Mm-hmm.
Usually for me, it is some kind of tournament, some kind of competition, but I had my kids and we had a sleepover for my daughter's birthday, and it was just...
Your daughter's birthday? How old was she?
10.
10?
Yep.
Happy 10th birthday.
Thank
Nicole's
you.
daughter. I'm not sure if we're exposing, names, so Nicole's daughter.
Yep, so... She's 10. We had a sleepover, a bunch of kids over, just a lot of activities and fun family stuff. So not a lot of pickleball.
It's life, right?
Yeah.
Not only pickleball.
Yeah.
Right, so.
I had a lot of people reach out and want to, practice and play games and do some drilling, but it just wasn't in my agenda this weekend.
Don't you, always try to think of ways, well, maybe if I got to feel like you want to
quickly get in this and then I can, but I try and spend my time with my kids and just focus on them when I do have them.
I love that.
And train when I don't.
Right. Balancing both worlds.
Yeah.
I know that's tough.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what time, if you had to say, what amount of time do you dedicate to pickleball, and then what amount of time do you dedicate to wishing you were playing pickleball while you're with your kids? Just kidding. I'm kidding.
Literally, I told someone today, if I'm not playing, I'm thinking about playing. If I'm not playing, I'm like, when am I playing next? Or what tournament what am I signing up for? If I'm not playing, I'm literally thinking about playing.
Wow, that is what we call an addiction, people. And for help, dial 1-800.
You're literally the same way.
I am, but I wasn't gonna admit that to our viewers, but you got me. So you didn't get to play much this weekend.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you'll make up for it this upcoming weekend, and we'll get to that later in the show.
For sure.
But as far as me, I did play a little bit Saturday evening. We have a couple guys that we text every now and then and see who can get together, and there's a group of 10 people, and if we can at least get 4, then usually, people are down to meet. So I did that Saturday night. Again, just a bunch of rec play, decent level rec play though. So that was, It's always nice to get, higher quality rec level play for sure. And then, Sunday, I feel like I played as well. Was it nice Sunday?
Sunday was decent, yeah.
The weather was, when was it hitting the 80s? Was that
today and tomorrow?
Today and tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, yesterday was Sunday. Wow.
Yeah.
Played twice over the weekend. Had some new shoes that, I wanted to try out. So we'll get to that later in the show as well. But, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we definitely have some more information on the Central PA Pro Pickleball League's first match.
CPPL.
Yeah.
So I'm going to refer to it as.
It is very much like a MLP style match off, right? So we have our...
For those who don't know what an MLP style match is or looks like, could you explain to the viewers?
So usually you have 4 matches. You have your women's doubles, your men's doubles, and 2 mixed matches.
So teams are typically comprised of 4 players.
Correct.
2 male, 2 female.
Yes.
Continue.
And then, so if those players wind up having a 2-2 in a match off, you go to what's called a dream breaker, and you play singles in sort of a rotated manner. And we had 2 teams play in our Central PA Pro Pickleball League on I think the 20th And I think you have a little bit more information on like who they are and like what.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of knew the gist of the league, right?
Yeah.
And we both talked about knowing or recognizing some players who, were drafted, but we didn't know really how the teams are drafted or like how the play was really. Honestly, I didn't know what I do have a better understanding now.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, I just wanted to dive in a little bit deeper, talk about, some of the teams, what they look like, and, our thoughts on
Let's do it.
How they might do throughout the season. So again, there's 4 teams. From my understanding, there are 4 captains. Well, there are 4 captains, and they did a snake-style draft.
Okay.
So whoever, out of 4 teams, whoever picked 4th that round, they also picked 1st in that next round. So they got 2 back-to-back picks. Okay. So yeah, let's talk about Team Ernie.
Okay. Solid team.
Solid team. Hannah Nussbaum.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'm saying that correctly, Hannah. She was a captain.
Yeah.
And it doesn't indicate, we don't know who their first picks were on these teams. Okay. So I'm curious to know.
I feel like I have an idea.
If you were that first pick on Hannah's team, comment down below, let us know. So let's go through their roster.
Yeah.
And see who you think was the number 1 pick for her team. We have Steve Borgia Jr., Blaze Castleberry, Matt Drenning, Nasir Gibbs, Lindsay Taffy, and Dan Weber. I did some calculating myself, because I was wondering, like, what kind of level is this, or what would their average rating be? So I just used Duper scores, whatever they were as of today.
Yeah.
So Hannah's team had a total Duper of 34.142, so 34.142, and her team's average Duper was 4.877.
Yeah, there's a solid team.
Solid team. You said you feel like you knew who her first pick was?
I feel like she would probably go with her mixed doubles player, Daniel Weber.
Okay. So yeah, Daniel, I also did report or notate that he had the highest Duper in the league of 5.307. Now, there were 2 people who technically have a higher Duper. I'm not going to say who they are, but I think their Duper isn't really accurate to, I don't think they're above Daniel's Duper.
Fair enough.
So, and they played against Commonwealth Pest Management. Who's the next team? Which is the next team we're going to talk about? So Steph Rezan was the captain of that team.
She's solid.
She's solid. Yeah, I remember playing with Steph back in the day when she used to play with her husband, like in like an indoor gym during the winter months. On a wooden floor with those, the balls with only 25 holes. And she's come a long way. For sure. So yeah, she was the captain of the Commonwealth Pest Management team, and her team's total Duper was 35.539 with an average Duper of 5.077. Wow.
That's pretty high for an average.
I mean, that is, spoiler alert, but they did have the highest total team Duper coming in, as well as the total, the highest average Duper. Who do you think was her first pick?
What is her team again?
Oh, let's talk about her her roster, I guess. So we have Carrie. How do you pronounce Carrie's last name? Bacha? How would you? I don't want to butcher it. Bacha? Comment down below which pronunciation you think is correct. Dylan Cerulli, Sean Hannon, Alex Mass, Matt Meadows, and Brandon Wort-Cotter.
I don't know.
Not Work-Trotter. I remember I thought his last name was Work-Trotter for so long.
I don't know who Steph would know the best. I mean, I've seen her mostly in the Harrisburg, like that type of area. Mm-hmm. I don't know who is from her area that she might have picked.
Right. She's from kind of like where I'm from.
Yeah.
Lancaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question. Steph, who was your number 1 pick? Let us know. Let us know in the comments below. So like we said, they did go against Team Ernie in the first matchup. Team Ernie did win 3 matches to 1 in the best out of 5? 4.
They play 4 matches.
They play 4 matches. Oh, yeah. So a little bit about the format of the Central PA Pro League, right? CPPL. They play 3 anything goes matches and 1 mixed doubles match. So, when I was looking at the roster, I was like, why do some teams have more women than others? And it looks like technically if you by rule, I guess you would only need 1 female per roster.
Right.
And you can do all male. To be able
to do the mixed.
Right, to do the mix. And I guess you can just, do all male teams if you wanted.
Right.
It doesn't look like, I think 1 team only had 1 female. I'm not
You're
sure.
correct. When I started seeing the drafts come out and there seemed like an uneven number of females, I'm like, what is the format here? Like,
right. Yeah. So I think I kind of like that anything goes thing because you might have some females that are really giving the guys trouble,
Sure.
So I'm actually more excited to watch now because I want to see some more of those like mixed teams versus men's teams.
For sure.
And, see, which of those teams really give men trouble. I know, like when you and I would practice for tournaments, I feel like we prefer to play against a men's team because it gave us
just be stronger all together,
right? So I'm definitely interested in seeing that. So Vanscoy, Maurer, and Bash, Mark Storr was their captain. Mark's total team duper was 28.063. Okay. Now, 2 of the players on his team did not have a rating on duper, but 2 of those guys who, did not have a rating, I think they would be at least 4.9 to 5, 5.0. So, but I still didn't factor those in his total duper, and then their average duper for the players that I did have was 4.677.
Okay.
Based on his team, the female with the highest duper, Sarah Pham. I'm guessing that was his first pick.
Sarah Pham is
Have you seen her play?
I've played against Sarah Pham.
Yeah, she's she's one of the females that I think that they would use as a mixed team against a men's team 100%. If they had to. For sure. She is
hard, fast. It's just
right.
Balls are just solid. Like
yep. Yeah, so you played against her?
I played against her in my first Open, women's doubles Open.
Oh, was that
with Anne?
Oh, and Hanover.
Yes. We weren't ready. We were just joining to see what we could do. And we got Sarah Pham in the first round.
And what did you guys score?
We scored 2 points.
Oh.
Total.
Wow.
It was like 11-1, 11-1. That was when I honestly learned the difference between 4-0 tournaments and 4-5 like Open.
With women, especially women, right? Yeah.
The transition zone, the winners they were putting away from mid-court, like, were just so solid. We had nothing to do. Like, we were just like blocking it back and she would just put it away again.
Yeah.
So.
Dang. So if you played her again, what
now?
Yeah.
Well, now I feel like I have a better defense. I feel like I can reset a lot better, maybe keep myself in the point longer and just move the ball around. But at that point, I wasn't there. I was like, damn, she's just fucking solid. Like,
Sarah, let us know about the ball if you think Nicole's new strategy. If she can handle it, just kidding.
No, she's good.
So they went against R.H. Cooper and Son. Sam Ennis was their captain, which you and I played against him and his wife in a tournament.
Okay, I thought so.
Yeah, they destroyed us.
Yeah.
But yeah, so his total team duper was 29.890. And their average duper was 4.981. So on paper, I think they are the second highest. Oh wait, actually no. So they have the second highest average duper.
Yeah.
But they're like the third highest total team.
Okay.
Total team duper.
Okay.
Yeah,
a lot of solid players.
Yeah, I'm thinking Hannah's significant other, Joel Phillips. I think he might have been Sam's first pick, but I don't know because Maybe Sam had to go female and took Taylor Hartman. Maybe he took her as his number one female pick because she has a higher duper,
right?
And wanted to lock up like a solid female. Yeah. Who knows? Because she's the only female on his team, so that might have been his first pick.
Yeah.
So again, they did go against Vanskoy Maurer Bash in the season opener.
Yeah.
And Vanskoy Maurer Bash, they did win 3-2. So meaning they had to go to a dream breaker, and it looks like VMB pulled that win off.
That's probably such a good dream breaker.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy because I think technically VMB, they have the lowest total team duper, but again, that's two of their players aren't accounted for in that calculation. But shout out to the teams that won in week 1.
Yeah.
I guess do we know who's playing each other next week?
Are they flip-flopping? I have not seen the lineup yet. I'm sure they'll flip-flop, yeah.
But I know May 18th is their date. Mm-hmm. Hosted at Bent Creek Country Club in Lancaster, PA, my hometown. They're doing a play with the pros first for an hour, which is super cool. I'm not sure if it's like a fan engagement, like if like little kid. I'm not sure if there's like an age. I don't know if there's like an age minimum or whatever. Yeah. I'm sure probably not.
Their site does have like a sign up page. I'm sure it'll go through.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So they're doing a play with the pros for the first hour, and then they're going to proceed with their next matchup following immediately following the play with the pro event. Be sure to check them out. I know I'll be there this time. I'm not sure what team I'm rooting for. I don't know. I'm not picking any teams yet. I just want to see you get Pickleball for sure. Yeah. But so we'll be there and we'll report back on when we get the those next
match
two results. Yeah. So I remember after, was it before? I think it was before we filmed episode 1, and you were mentioning you were possibly going to be like interviewing with like a potential paddle sponsor, and I was like, "Whoa, who is it?" But you didn't really want to disclose that.
Yeah.
Earlier today, you sent me a text message, and that you were accepted for the sponsorship.
Correct.
Share with our viewers, like what, who? I don't know. So let's go. That's what we got.
So I'm so excited. I am not ready to say what brand yet because I want to have the call where we go through the contract and make sure like everything is in ship shape and like sign off on it. But as soon as we're ready to like announce and like they're posting and I can post, I will share.
Okay.
But everyone's
circling through her followers right now to see what product she's following. So how did this even come about?
So the brand reached out to me. It's actually a brand that I've been following for quite some time because
guys, follow through.
I also really enjoy one of their players they sponsor. She's a Canadian pickleball player. She's so cool, and I've been following her for a long time, and I'm like, damn, like what is she playing with? What's her deal? Like what level is she at? And so based on that, like I've been following this brand for some time.
Okay.
So I was surprised when they reached out to me and they were just like, we've really enjoyed your content. We think you have really good content.
What's that? Oh, they had content.
Which for me was
this was
fun.
before the pickleball, before the podcast, right?
Before the podcast.
Right. So
just my personal like
you might need to renegotiate now that you have the podcast.
I think they just enjoyed it, and it's so fun for me to hear that because I love making it. I don't even care if no one looks at it. Right. I just have such a good time
that's what's up.
Making it, and then when I see that other people enjoy seeing it, I'm like, oh man, like this is so fun.
Yeah.
Like, so the fact that they saw it and they were like, man, she could probably sell a couple paddles for us. Like, so yeah. So I'm very excited. I'll announce it very soon. As soon as it's like on paper, it's going to be like in my bio, like no joke. Like,
are you ready to give up your double black diamond?
So I'm in the market for a new paddle that actually I broke it.
Oh,
my frame is cracked from my last tournament.
Like Like from slamming it down on the ground?
Literally, like just maybe like going for a wide ball and just like nailing it on the ground. Like it just cracked. So I'm in the market for a new paddle anyway. I have a balance between wanting like a lot of power and pop in singles, but needing a lot of control and touch in doubles.
Right.
And so it's hard to find a one paddle that's going to do both for me. And I'm excited because this brand has like power and control paddles. Like I can use a couple different options and really
so you're
like
hoping to like be able to switch two paddles. Okay.
For sure. So I'm excited. I really am. This partnership is going to be really good for me. They did their homework. Like we had our brand interview this past week, and they asked me a lot about my past experience as an athlete, my goals in pickleball.
Yeah.
I shared with them like what I'm trying to achieve as far as like playing professional level, and part of me was like, do you hold that back because it sounds ridiculous?
Right.
Or do you say that to the brand that's backing you up because you want them to believe in you? Like I'd rather have a brand that like thinks that that's possible versus like that's like she's never gonna, you know.
Yeah.
So
seems like so you guys were definitely aligned in your vision and stuff.
For sure.
You know, so well, we're all dying to know. So hopefully you can share that with us soon, so we don't actually have to go snooping through your followers. Definitely gonna do that.
You already did.
So yeah, is it too early to say congrats, or can we?
No, for sure. Like it's happening.
Yay! Congratulations.
We're gonna collaborate. It's just like.
Do you think Did you tell them yes already?
I was like, absolutely.
Okay, so yay! Congrats. Even though she's not gonna disclose it, she did accept it. So
yeah.
If you don't want any of your old paddles, yeah,
I'll sell them, even though I just told you they were broken.
Right. So. Is it gonna be just paddles? Are there clothes? Are you gonna get gear? Like
so
are you gonna be laced up?
The brand is originally from Europe. So they have men's apparel in the US, but in a couple weeks the women's apparel is coming. So in the beginning it's gonna be a sponsorship for just paddles to use for tournament play and content, and in a month or so women's apparel is going to be part of the game. So they have a lot of really cool items to wear like for competition and posting, so I'm excited.
So you don't have to give up like the Lululemon matching sets just yet?
No, not yet. Nice. Not yet.
Yeah,
we've played in primarily Lululemon in our mixed doubles matches. You and I,
yeah, you know, shout out to Lululemon for the discount. You're the real MVP.
Honestly, I think that most of our tournaments, we've probably spent more on our matching than we did on the actual fees to play.
More time putting it together.
No, like the money that we spent.
You're really putting that out there. We
spent more than the tournament entry fee.
Damn, and which makes when you don't go home with at least a medal even
when
worse.
When we won gold, which we did many times, I was like, this feels amazing. I look amazing. I'm so happy we did this.
Good. Look good, feel good.
And then when we like any tournament we would like get an outfit for and like go 0-2. I'd be like, this stings. This stings so bad.
We lost, but at least we look good doing it. Jeez.
No photos. No medal photos. Just
no photos. So if you ever saw Nicole and I like wearing the same outfits because we never won the medal in that, so we never had pictures. We never had pictures on the medal stand. So yeah, now you know.
So let me ask you something, and you have to be honest.
Okay, I'm scared. Should I be scared?
Do you spend more at Lululemon every month than you do on your groceries?
Wow. Every month? No, I don't shop at Lululemon every month.
You shop a lot.
Wow, we're just really throwing me on the bus. Oh, wow. No.
It's
I could say a bill at Lululemon can cost more than a grocery bill, but I don't usually go. I probably spend more on groceries.
Okay. It's close.
It's close.
It's
I was gonna say, it could be close. You know, depends
Honestly,
on
I thought about it.
depends on how I'm feeling. If they got some new colors. Like this is from Lulu. You actually inspired me to wear this.
Sometimes you send me pictures from shopping at Lulu, and you're like, "What do you think of this?" And I'm like, "Oh God, here he is again, 2 weeks later shopping at Lulu."
Well, I'm just thinking about tournaments in the future. Like, I know this is gonna be a dope color to wear with a partner. Like, should I get it now? It's on final sale. Like, come on. Wow, she really put up my shopping. She's a pickleball addict. I'm a shopping addict who also likes playing pickleball. So I'm just, wow.
Let's talk about how you feel about pickleball fashion. You are the first person to first of all, want us to look the best, but second of all, to judge someone else for not wearing head to toe.
I was like, wait, hold on. Where are you going with this? So yeah, I mean, to touch on the first point you mentioned, I just, there was a point where me and my friends had a motto, like, look good, feel good, when it came to like competing in college and high school and stuff like that. It was like, look good, feel good, play good. You know what I mean? So I feel like that mantra just always stuck with me. But I also feel like it's true sometimes. You know what I mean?
I think if you feel better, you're more confident.
I feel like when I see a team, when I go play the tournaments and I see a team matching, I'm like, oh my gosh, they're in sync. They know each other. I'm a little intimidated. You know what I mean?
They know everything you're gonna do.
Think about Paris Todd and all her partners, male and female. You're like, wow,
that's because they play together all the time.
I know, but still, you're just like, dang, this team looks good. They're about to. You can't come out here looking good and be a bum.
I feel like it's deceiving though, because when you see teams that don't match, you're like, who are these schlubs?
Right.
And then they beat you
no offense to teams that don't match.
11-5.
Right.
Like,
yeah. So yeah, it doesn't even matter. I don't know. I just, to me,
I think it makes me feel better personally. Feel more confident. I'm like, we're on the same page. We're going for the same vibe.
I agree. So yeah, what was the second part of your question again?
So people that wear brands.
Oh, so really, I don't even know how to start it. Basically, childhood trauma. In my high school, you get clowned if you you know what I mean. But so yeah, I just feel like if you're wearing Asics sneakers, don't wear the Nike socks. Just buy the Asics, so that, when you're mixing ASIC with the Nike socks and you have Adidas shorts and then you have a Reebok hat on, oh, it's so cringe.
So okay, you get a pair of sneakers you love and they're ASICs.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I need ASIC socks.
Yeah.
And then you're like, what do I wear for clothes now? Do they have to be zero brand?
So yeah, me personally, wow, I'm just let you guys in on everything. But I like to start. I like brand neutral, sneaker brand neutral clothing. That way I can wear any sneaker I want with clothing.
So that would be your name brand, and then you have neutral.
Right.
Okay.
But then when you want to wear the Under Armour shirt, and then you have the the And One pants.
Yeah. Okay. I get that.
That's just my thing. So when it comes to just know that if I see you at me, there's a lot of guys that do it out there, and they're great pickleball players. And I was just wondering, man, you're too good to be mixing brands like that. You couldn't grab a hat that matched the same brand. Why are you wearing an Adidas hat with the Nike paddle and the
Speaking of attire, you tried out some new sneakers this week.
I did. I tried out some new sneakers this week.
You got pink?
Woo! Yeah.
For you?
Yeah, I occasionally like the pop of color.
Okay.
Pop of color every now and then. So yeah, I got the Skechers Vapor.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I got the Skechers Viper Pro Pickleball sneaker. The Tyson McGuffin.
Okay.
They're the pink colorway. And I never really saw myself in a pair of Skechers. So even though I really like Tyson McGuffin and like, you know, insert this picture here of me and Tyson. I was just like, man, I can't get down with the Skechers. Like, where I'm from, like if you were wearing Skechers, you were getting made fun of. Like,
yeah, they were dorky for a while.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they just have that stigma of old people.
Yeah.
Even though they had the Kardashians and Snoop Dogg and Joel Embiid, like,
yeah,
they're just. So I was reluctant, but I saw a couple people wearing them the last couple tournaments I've been to, so I'm like, let me try them because they were like young kids too. I'm like, they might be good. So anyway, I ordered them. Had a nice little discount code that they were giving online, and then so I just got them this weekend. So I wanted to give them a try before we came here today, so I could talk about them. So I probably played a total of like 15 to 20 games in them. So first off the bat, like when I put them on, I look down. I'm like, these these are Skechers.
They look like Skechers.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I've never owned a pair of Skechers except for, well, in 11th grade, I actually worked for Skechers for a short time, a Skechers outlet. Yeah, I walked out on my shift, and I was like, left on lunch and never came back. Yeah. It was
Damn.
Sorry, Mark. Mark was my manager. And then so I've never owned a pair except for those. And then like when I like worked in the like restaurant industry, I had like a pair of non-slip, but those don't count. I don't count those. Those don't count. Do they count? They don't count.
You brought them up.
Anyway, so I put on the the Viper Pros, and I didn't feel like they were like secure on my foot like right away, and they do run. I feel like they kind of run small. I wear 13, but I think they run small, and 13 was like the biggest size they had on the site.
Okay.
So I was like, let me cut my toenails. Like maybe. So I cut my toenails. Fit a little bit better after that.
What do you have, talents?
No, I did. But no, I just, just had to cut them a little bit just to see. And so like I said, I cut my toenails, put them on, felt like they fit a little bit better, but I just felt like because of the sock I tried like a Nike sock, like some of you people do. I tried an ASIC sock. And I tried a Lululemon sock, and they all kind of feel like the shoe was like slippery, like it's not like secure.
Interesting.
But I did end up playing with them, and then once I was like moving around playing, I didn't notice anything.
Okay.
They are the most comfortable shoe to stand in, just standing.
Okay. Versus
like the Nike Vapor Max that I have, or like the ASICs.
Okay.
I forget what they're called, like the Gel 9 or something like that.
Yeah.
But when it came to like moving, I felt like, oh man, I'm not sure about these. They feel a little loose, or not, but like they felt like slippery.
But
once I'm playing, movement was great. But then like walking around, I'm like, wow, I feel like my foot's gonna fall out of this.
Wow.
Yeah. So overall, I was like, I'm not sure if I'm confident playing in them in like high level tournaments. But definitely if I'm like, giving a lesson, or just watching a pickleball event, or
okay, so not tournament play sneakers.
Maybe not. I'm a little reluctant. I'm scared that there's something. I don't know. I'm scared.
Yeah.
More to come.
Yeah. Speaking of rec play.
Yeah.
Now that we're getting towards like the season, where everyone who considers pickleball a fun thing to do is out on the courts for open play. All of the outdoor facilities are already starting to get like super crowded.
Yep.
And it's like, every facility and every court has their own court etiquette, and they have their own like level play sort of system, paddle rack situation. I think it's something everyone starts feeling this time of year.
Right.
What are your thoughts on like rec play etiquette? What do we need to keep in mind?
Well, yeah, you're right. Like courts, especially in the evenings, because the younger crowd is starting to pick it up a whole lot more. So the courts in the evenings are are packed, you know, and you could be waiting so long just to get in, you know, after each game, you're waiting so long just to get back in the rotation.
Yeah.
If the court has like somewhat of a fair, you know, court rotation system.
Yeah.
So, you know, things to keep in mind are like, one, where are there going to be the most populated courts?
Yeah.
You know, are there smaller courts where people, you know, people who are newer go to the more popular courts, I feel.
Yeah.
You know, especially, you know, around where we live, there's courts that are more popular, you know, for whatever reason that a lot of people tend to gravitate to.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people are doing are like just separate group chats or group text. And, you know, they're getting a group of 4, 6, maybe 8 people and
going off hours, even
going off hours. And just because, again, like if you like to play competitively, you don't like taking such long breaks in between. You know, it could be impossible in the evenings coming up here. The Fromouth courts, like the West Reading, did they start that?
They did.
The outdoor reserve. How's that been there?
I know people have been taking advantage of it.
Really?
Because it's not super expensive if you have a team of 4 going out there to reserve.
How much is it again? And what are the
I think it's
hours?
$40.
$40 for 1 hour or?
I thought it was an hour.
Okay.
So it'll be $10 per person.
$10 for an hour.
Yeah.
$20 to play 2 hours outside per person. I mean, that's kind of steep, right?
I mean, I'll make sure that's correct.
Yeah.
But I do like the fact that you can reserve there now just because there's so many people.
Have you ever witnessed like people walking through to you know, to get on for the reservation, like while there are people who might have been?
No, I have not been there much during that yet.
Because I'm like, I wonder, can you see the reservation list if you're like just there for open play? Like, do you know you're about to get kicked off in like 10 minutes? You know what I mean? Yeah.
I know it's all on court reserve. I know that's there's 4 courts in the corner that you can reserve during all times, but I have not been there for open play during that time, so I can't say for sure. But I think it's gonna be helpful to the higher level players.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they have 10 outdoor courts, but I think only 4 are able to be reserved for reservation
during certain times of the day.
Yeah.
Upcoming, there's a big event next weekend.
Next weekend or this weekend?
This weekend.
This weekend, yeah.
Is the Cinco de Mayo tournament.
Cinco de Mayo.
Hamilton, New Jersey.
Okay.
Almost 300 players coming out.
300?
Decent amount.
Yeah, that's a decent size for like for sure.
Lots of different brackets. When they first put it out, it was like skinny singles, mixed doubles, like every single age, every single level. They've kind of narrowed it down now, and it's like more like they've combined some brackets, but I'm playing in all 3 events. I'm very excited. It's my highest level singles tournament I've played in to date.
Which is?
4-5 plus.
Okay. How many, what are the entries looking like in that?
We have 6 ladies total entered in that event.
Do you know any of the?
I know of one that I've played.
Okay.
The others I know just by like watching tournament results and like hearing things, so I've never had any direct exposure to their play, but it will be my toughest tournament in women's singles so far.
Okay. So you're playing women's singles, women's doubles, and mixed doubles.
Yes.
Okay. Everything 4-5.
Correct.
Okay. Who are you playing with in women's doubles?
I'm playing with my partner from my Mercer Bucks
the
MLP event, Helen, Lou.
Aren't you like the face of All-State Pickleball now?
They
text me like, I'm the face of All-State. And I'm like, what? I'm like, they just...
So you sign a waiver when you go in. And it's like anything that's used for this tournament can be used in the future.
Did they tag you in it, though?
They did not.
Oh, so they're not like... It's just, for them, it's just...
Right, it's just like images.
Right, it's just like, you're just an image, Nicole.
They just use my image for their own...
Dang. Almost famous.
That's fine.
Almost.
Yeah, so I'm playing women's 4-5 doubles on Saturday with Helen. Her and I played together on a Duper 16 at Mercer Bucks. She is a solid women's doubles player. And then Sunday I'm playing mixed 4-5 with Tyler Close. I have not played with him yet.
Okay.
But great results from what I've seen. I think we're going to be a solid team.
Okay.
But a lot of high level players coming out, a lot of our local folks out to New Jersey. So I'm excited.
A lot to talk about next.
Yeah, I'm excited about those results.
Okay. Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, good luck to you in all of your events.
Thank you.
We'll definitely be paying close attention. Is it Pickleball Brackets tournament?
It is Pickleball Brackets.
So we'll definitely be following along on Pickleball Brackets.
Watch the live results.
Nicole Devine, if you want to check her results. So you already guys know the results next week when we talk about them.
Yeah.
But if not, we will report those.
Share.
How? Yeah, I have no tournaments.
You gotta pick yours out, man.
Yeah, I'm usually like a last minute tournament. Like,
see, I try and plot mine out. I at least like identify which ones I could play in that I'm free for.
Based off of like your free time.
My kids' schedules.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, and I'll just be like, what could I play in potentially? And then I narrow it down. I'm like, what I want to play in this? Is there enough players playing? How far is it? That type of thing. But
yeah, if anyone needs a partner coming up, let me know. I'm down to play.
You just don't commit early. Just wait till the last minute.
Like if you have a partner, if you have a partner, if you want to enter a tournament last minute, I'm your guy. If you have a partner drop out last minute, I'm your guy. If you don't want to play last minute,
if it requires any planning,
he's
not your guy.
I can't.
Not your guy.
It's more than like 2 weeks out. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna live vicariously through you for sure next weekend. But yeah, I'm still looking for my first medal. So let me know, guys. Come on, let me know. I need help. If you can help me win a medal in 2024,
if you think you can
leave a comment down below
and turn him into a medalist,
please. 4 or 5. I'll play anything you want. I'll play the right side. I'll play the left side. I'll play back. I won't even hit any balls. Please. Let me ride your coattails to a medal.
No one believes that.
Let me ride your coattail to a medal, please. I need one.
You'll get one. I'm excited to share the results of the next Central PA Pro League tournament match, and then what happens this weekend. I'm really excited to come back and talk more about the match results and what happened in New Jersey. And also my sponsorship. And hopefully I'll be able to tell you more about that next time around.
So yeah, we have a lot to look forward to with Nicole and some news that she's going to have for us with, results and, paddle news. So definitely looking forward to hearing more about that. And for me, more to come. Well, as always, please like, comment, and
subscribe.
Peace.